Y&R explosive week ahead, Phyllis's risky temptation, Tessa's tearful goodbye, and Matt Clark's deadly comeback plot. The Young and the Restless is on fire this week, and Genoa City will never be the same again. Phyllis Summers is playing with fire as her dangerous flirtation threatens to spiral out of control, while Tessa faces a heartbreaking farewell that could change her life forever. But the real storm brews in the shadows. Matt Clark's shocking return has fans begging for another explosive comeback, one that could turn his sinister revenge plot into pure chaos. Meanwhile, Claire shakes Audra's world and a mysterious wedding promises to deliver drama no one sees coming. Old flames, new betrayals, and deadly secrets are colliding fast, and not everyone will make it out unscathed. Stay tuned, because this week on Y&R, hearts will break, alliances will crumble, and one villain's comeback may destroy everything in his path. Don't blink, the drama you've been waiting for is about to erupt in Genoa City. Welcome to Celebrity Gossip 24 Hours, where the drama unfolds and the stories captivate. Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of Young and the Restless, revealing the untold tales and hidden truths behind the headlines. Y&R Recap, November 13, 2025, Phyllis flirts with trouble as Tessa faces a heartbreaking goodbye. Genoa City was buzzing with secrets, heartbreak, and shifting alliances on the Young and the Restless this Thursday, November 13, 2025. Power moves, emotional reckonings, and dangerous temptations all collided in an episode that perfectly balanced passion with pain. Today, Victor and Adam set their ruthless plan into motion against the Abbotts and Jabot. Phyllis found herself in dangerous emotional territory with Cain after his empire's devastating collapse. And across town, Tessa faced the harsh reality that her marriage to Mariah might truly be over. Let's break down the biggest moments from a day that changed everything in Genoa City. Phyllis and Daniel, a mother's secrets and a friend's tears. The morning began at Crimson Lights, where Phyllis met Daniel over coffee. She was in an unusually cheerful mood, chatting about how thrilled she was that Lucy would be spending Christmas in Milan with Summer. Phyllis was feeling nostalgic, proud, and oddly at peace, but Daniel quickly sensed something wasn't quite right. When the topic turned to Cain, Daniel became curious. "So, what's really going on with him?" he asked, his tone playful but probing. Phyllis dodged the question, insisting she was keeping busy. Her vague answer only fueled Daniel's concern. He knows his mother too well. If she's not opening up, there's definitely something she doesn't want him to know. Before Daniel could push further, Phyllis excused herself. "Places to go, people to see," she said with a sly grin, leaving behind the faint scent of mystery and mischief. Moments later, Tessa entered the coffee house in tears. She collapsed into Daniel's arms, desperate for comfort. Between sobs, she revealed that she had gone to visit Mariah, but had been turned away. Mariah's treatment team refused to let her in, claiming that Mariah didn't want to see anyone, not even her wife. Calls went unanswered. Letters were ignored. The woman Tessa once knew was shutting her out completely. "She told them not to let me in," Tessa whispered. "It's like I don't exist to her anymore." Daniel offered gentle reassurance, reminding Tessa that recovery often requires distance. But Tessa was inconsolable. "She's not just cutting people out," she said. "She's cutting off love." Society, Cain's ruin and Phyllis's dangerous curiosity. At Society, Cain sat brooding at the bar, lost in thought, when Adam approached. Ever the provocateur, Adam taunted him about the AI software theft that had cost Cain a fortune and possibly his company. "Shouldn't you be out hunting for whoever burned your empire down?" Adam quipped. "Or are you just enjoying the ashes?" Cain smirked, admitting that Victor was his top suspect, though, as usual, Victor denied everything. Adam found the entire situation entertaining. You've made a lot of enemies, Kane. You swooped back into town like a king and now your castle's crumbling. Kane wasn't about to be rattled. He shot back, warning Adam that he wasn't beaten, not yet. You think this is my downfall? Kane said coldly. It's just the start of something new. If I was dangerous before, you haven't seen anything yet. Adam laughed off the threat, advising him to cut his losses and skip town. Even your family's done with you, he said pointedly. But Kane was unfazed. Maybe losing everything will finally show me what really matters, he replied. Then Phyllis arrived, as if fate had called her to the fire. Adam gave her a knowing nod on his way out, leaving Kane and Phyllis face to face. Kane turned to her, half amused, half suspicious. So tell me, he said, did you steal my AI software and hand it to Victor? If you did, maybe I should thank you. Phyllis looked offended, but also intrigued. Excuse me? You think I'd betray you, she challenged. The only thing I've stolen lately is time, helping you dig yourself out of this mess. Kane leaned closer, studying her reaction. Victor denied it too. But my team's already tracing breadcrumbs. Sooner or later, I'll know exactly who broke in. Trying to defuse the tension, Phyllis suggested they celebrate his liberation instead of obsessing over loss. You're free now, she teased. No money, no company, just raw potential. That's sexy, in a way. Their banter danced between flirtation and manipulation. When Kane mentioned wanting to rebuild his family and win Lily back, Phyllis's smile faded. Lily's moved on, she said softly. You need to accept that. But Kane was determined. If losing everything gives me another shot with her, I'll take it, he declared. Phyllis leaned in, her voice dropping to a purr. Or maybe the right woman is already in front of you, one who doesn't judge your past. Someone who thinks like you, big, bold, unstoppable. Kane met her gaze sharply. If I didn't know better, he said with a smirk, I'd think you were trying to seduce me. Phyllis didn't deny it, she just smiled. Chancellor Park, Tessa's breaking point. Later, Tessa and Daniel took a walk through Chancellor Park. The autumn air was crisp, but the heaviness between them was undeniable. Tessa was drowning in pain, convinced that her marriage was dead. She doesn't want to see me. She doesn't even want to talk, Tessa said. What am I supposed to do, keep begging? Daniel urged her to stay patient. Maybe cutting contact is part of her treatment. It doesn't mean it's over, he offered. But Tessa was exhausted. It feels over, she admitted. She says she tried to kill someone, but the only thing she's killing is us. She remembered happier times, like when Mariah gifted her a silly squid hat for their anniversary, a nod to their first date movie. Tears welled up in her eyes. I thought it would be forever, she said, her voice breaking. Daniel reminded her that life has chapters, not endings. Your story with Mariah isn't finished, he said. You just don't know the next page yet. But Tessa shook her head. I can't save her anymore. I have to save myself and Arya. Daniel wrapped an arm around her shoulders, promising to be there every step of the way. Then we'll face it together, he said. One day at a time. Newman Ranch, the master plan. At the Newman Ranch, Victor was already 10 steps ahead. He hung up a call with Michael Baldwin, satisfied with the progress on both legal and business fronts. When Adam arrived, Victor's eyes gleamed with the satisfaction of a man who knows he's winning. Adam reported his run-in with Kane, mocking how the once proud mogul seemed eerily calm about losing everything. He says it's a chance to reset, Adam said. Like he's suddenly zen about losing billions. Victor scoffed. Don't be fooled, he warned. Kane's the type who smiles before he strikes. When he retaliates, we'll be ready. Their conversation turned to the next phase of their plan, targeting the Abbott family and Jabot's newest venture. Adam revealed that Billy and Sally were planning a launch party for their new investor-backed division. The goal? Sabotage. I'll find out who their mystery investor is, Adam said. Once I convince them to pull out, Billy will be humiliated in front of everyone live on stage. Victor's smile was icy. Perfect. While you distract the boy, I'll strike at Jack. The Abbott empire will crumble before they even see it coming. The father-son duo shared a rare moment of mutual admiration. It was clear the Newmans were back in full predator mode. Genoa City Athletic Club, love, laughter, and donut holes. While corporate wars raged elsewhere, love was in the air at the athletic club. Danny and Cricket met for a light-hearted lunch, discussing wedding plans. Cricket was eager to keep things small and intimate, but their over-enthusiastic planner, Pietro, had other ideas, involving elephants, peacocks, and a rock god wedding extravaganza. Danny chuckled through the chaos, charmed by Pietro's passion. But in the end, his heart was aligned with Cricket's. All I need is you, he told her simply. The rest is just noise. In a moment that perfectly captured their playful love, Danny pulled out a small pink box. Since we can't agree on cake, he said, I found the perfect backup. Inside was a box of powdered donut holes. Cricket laughed in delight as he fed her one. You're serious? She asked. Completely, Danny grinned. Simple, sweet, and impossible not to love, just like you. The two shared a kiss, sealing their decision to ditch extravagance for authenticity. Their wedding would be about love, not spectacle. Just then, Daniel and Tessa arrived. Still emotionally raw, Tessa was comforted by the warmth around her. When Cricket offered her a donut hole, she smiled for the first time all day. Maybe sugar really does heal everything, she joked weakly. Danny and Cricket announced that Daniel and Tessa would perform one song at the wedding, a small moment of joy that gave Tessa something to look forward to. Before leaving, Daniel looked at Tessa and hesitated. Hey, he said gently, about the wedding, would you want to go with me? As my date? Tessa blinked, surprised, and touched. For the first time in weeks, a hint of hope flickered in her eyes. Closing thoughts, new beginnings and dangerous crossroads. As the sun set over Genoa City, every heart seemed to stand at a crossroads. Phyllis flirted with temptation and possibly danger as her connection with Kane deepened. Kane's calm acceptance of ruin hinted at something brewing beneath the surface, a new and unpredictable chapter in his saga. Tessa faced heartbreak with quiet strength, ready to step forward even as her marriage slipped away. And Daniel, ever the loyal friend, might just become the light that helps her find her way again. Meanwhile, Victor and Adam tightened their grip on power, ready to unleash a corporate war that could devastate Jabot and the Abbott family. But as history has proven in Genoa City, every attack has its price, and no scheme stays secret forever. And amid it all, Danny and Cricket reminded everyone that sometimes the simplest love stories shine the brightest, even in a town full of chaos, betrayal, and billion-dollar revenge plots. Love, loss, and loyalty. In Genoa City, they're always connected, and always changing. Today's next update. Y&R week of November 17th, Claire shakes Audra, Matt's sinister plot, and a wedding to remember. Big emotions, bold moves, and a long-awaited wedding headline The Young and the Restless this week. From secret revenge plans to rekindled rivalries, Genoa City is bracing for a storm that will test loyalties, expose hidden desires, and spark chaos in unexpected corners. Claire corners Audra, the calm before the showdown. Claire Newman is back in town and not wasting any time making waves. Now armed with just enough information about Audra Charles's questionable history in Los Angeles, Claire decides to press her advantage. Audra tries to play it cool, but Claire's sly remarks about Holden Novak and a suspicious cashier's check cut deep. Behind her confident front, Audra is rattled, realizing Claire could ruin her carefully rebuilt image if she digs too far. Though Claire enjoys getting under Audra's skin, she's walking a fine line. The more she pries into Audra's past, the more likely she is to uncover secrets that could turn dangerous, both for herself and everyone connected to Holden. Holden and Kyle, two men, one complicated heart. Holden, still nursing a bruised ego after Claire's sudden withdrawal, struggles with rejection. He thought their connection during the Los Angeles trip meant something real, but Claire has been keeping her distance ever since returning home. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott isn't ready to surrender either. He wants a future with Claire, even if that means taking things slowly or keeping it casual for now. Claire, caught between two worlds, isn't sure she fits into either. Holden's adventurous lifestyle feels risky, while Kyle's steady devotion feels like too much too soon. The tug-of-war for Claire's heart is only just beginning, and both men are gearing up for battle. Lily's shock, Phyllis crosses a line. Across town, Lily Winters faces a painful surprise that threatens to reopen old wounds. When she walks in on Kane Ashby and Phyllis Summers sharing an all-too-intimate moment, her temper flares. Lily can't believe Kane would fall back into old patterns, or that Phyllis would flirt her way into yet another scandal. Her anger boils over, setting the stage for a fierce confrontation that could reignite long-simmering tension between all three. Phyllis, of course, never backs down from drama, and Kane may soon find himself choosing between his ex-wife's forgiveness and his current partner in chaos. Noah's fear, the shadow of a Mitch, returns. Elsewhere, Noah Newman starts to realize his parents, Sharon and Nick, were right all along about the danger lurking in Mitch Bacall, the man now revealed to be the resurrected Matt Clark. After a chilling encounter, Noah begins to fear for both himself and Sienna Miller. Their affair may have painted a target on their backs, and Matt isn't finished yet. Nick and Sharon join forces once again to protect their family, devising a careful strategy to trap Matt before he can strike. But taking down a man as unpredictable as Matt Clark won't be easy, and one wrong move could turn deadly. Wedding bells and familiar faces. Amid the tension and turmoil, romance gets its spotlight as Christine Blair and Danny Romalotti finally prepare to say "I do." Their long-anticipated wedding begins on November 21st, and Genoa City's finest gather to celebrate. Beloved guests Nina Webster and Gina Roma return to join the festivities, promising heartwarming reunions and a touch of nostalgia. But with Phyllis Summers nearby, there's always the risk of an unexpected twist. Will this wedding end in bliss or chaos? In true Y&R fashion, the answer might be both. Final thoughts. The week of November 17th to 21st delivers everything Y&R fans crave: schemes, heartbreak, and high-stakes romance. Claire's mind games with Audra, Matt's ominous plotting, and Lily's emotional explosion all threaten to shake Genoa City to its core. And as wedding bells ring for Christine and Danny, one thing is clear: peace never lasts long in this town. Stay tuned, because every secret in Genoa City eventually comes out. Today's next update. Y&R shocker, fans beg for one explosive comeback as Matt Clark's revenge story heats up. The Young and the Restless has officially reignited one of its darkest storylines, and longtime viewers are buzzing with nostalgia and speculation. With Matt Clark's jaw-dropping return to Genoa City, fans are now calling for another familiar face to reappear, one who could make his revenge plot even more dangerous: Trisha Dennison. Matt Clark returns to wreak havoc. Matt Clark, the infamous bad boy who has haunted Nick and Sharon Newman for decades, has resurfaced under the new identity of Mitch Bacall. His latest plan? To destroy the very people who thought they'd buried his memory for good. Matt's reappearance marks one of YNR's boldest comebacks, sparking chaos and reigniting an old feud that has defined generations of Newman drama. Fans who've watched since the 90s remember just how far Matt's vendetta once went. His crimes of assault, manipulation, and framing Nick for his murder made him one of Genoa City's most feared villains. When he was last seen in 2001, everyone believed Matt had met his end. But soap history has proven that in Genoa City, no one truly stays gone for long. Now living in Los Angeles under a new name, Matt's return to YNR feels like unfinished business. He's back, more dangerous than ever, and seemingly untouchable, but could someone from his past be the one to finally stop him? The missing piece, Trisha Dennison. As Matt's schemes intensify, YNR fans have taken to social media to point out something, or rather, someone missing from his story, Trisha Dennison. A fan on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "Trisha Dennison is really needed in this Matt Clark story. Adding her in would give this story some actual stakes." And the fans have a point. Trisha's history with Matt is unforgettable. Once a vulnerable woman manipulated by his lies, she became both his pawn and his victim. Their twisted partnership led to some of the darkest moments in YNR history, including a deadly car crash, haunting hallucinations, and a tragic wedding day shooting that left Ryan McNeil dead. A tragic past between two villains. When Matt returned to town in 2000, he found an easy target in Trisha, who was emotionally unstable and desperate for love. Exploiting her weakness, he convinced her to help him frame Nick for drug dealing. But when Trisha realized just how evil Matt was, especially after he tried to attack Sharon again, she decided to stop him once and for all. That confrontation led to their infamous car crash, which was meant to kill them both. Matt died, but Trisha survived, only to be tormented by his ghostly presence. Convinced that Matt's spirit was guiding her, Trisha spiraled into madness, targeting the Newman family and ultimately crashing Victoria and Ryan's wedding with a gun. The horrifying moment ended with Ryan's death, and Trisha being institutionalized for psychiatric treatment. It's been more than 2 decades since viewers last saw her, but the emotional scars she left on Genoa City, and the eerie connection she shared with Matt, remain unforgettable. Could Trisha return to finish what Matt started? With Matt back on screen, many believe it's the perfect time for Trisha to re-emerge. Whether she joins forces with him or seeks redemption by helping Sharon and Nick stop him, her return could create an explosive mix of revenge, guilt, and unfinished trauma. Imagine Trisha, older and mentally stronger, discovering that Matt survived. Would she team up with him once more, falling back into his manipulative grasp? Or would she be the one to finally put an end to his reign of terror, redeeming herself in the process? YNR has a long history of bringing back former villains for high-stakes drama. The returns of Ian Ward and Jordan last year shocked viewers, proving that the show isn't afraid to revisit its darkest corners. A Matt and Trisha reunion would easily match that energy, and maybe even surpass it. Still, as of now, there's no official word from the show's producers or CBS about Trisha's return. But fan enthusiasm is hard to ignore. Longtime viewers have kept the memory of her chaotic story alive, and her connection to Matt could add an emotional depth the current revenge arc desperately needs. What's next in Matt's reign of terror? While fans speculate about Trisha, The Young and the Restless continues to build Matt's dangerous new storyline. As Mitch Bacall, he's been quietly manipulating key players in Genoa City, including a corrupted cop, Detective Burrow, played by Matt Cohen. In a recent interview, Cohen hinted that Burrow might be heading toward either death or redemption. The detective has been taking Matt's money and following his orders, but Cohen teased that there could be more to the story than simple greed. I highly doubt in soap land that it's as simple as that, Cohen said. Be suspicious. He added that he believes every character deserves some sort of redemption arc, unless they're destined for a dark end. We either redeem them or kill them off, he joked, suggesting that Burrow's storyline could still take a surprising turn. Whether Detective Burrow will betray Matt or go down with him remains to be seen, but one thing's certain, Matt's grip on Genoa City is tightening, and it's only a matter of time before everything explodes. Final thoughts. Matt Clark's shocking return has revived the spirit of old-school Young and the Restless drama, deceit, passion, and revenge all rolled into one unforgettable plot. But for many fans, the story won't feel complete until Trisha Dennison reappears to face her former tormentor. If YNR decides to bring her back, it could be one of the show's most powerful and emotional comebacks yet. Whether Trisha joins Matt or stands against him, her return would honor the show's legacy and remind everyone in Genoa City that the past never truly stays buried. Until then, fans will be watching every move Mitch Bacall makes, waiting to see who he targets next, and who might just come back from the shadows to stop him. For more of the latest updates and behind-the-scenes secrets from Young and the Restless, make sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell. Stay in the know with every new release.